Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. We're back with another video today. And yes, as you can see, it's finally the third and final interview of the Jacksons with MollyGoLightly. If you're new to my channel, welcome. We are discussing Marvon McCray, the 29-year-old Marine veteran who is in a coma in Yuma, Arizona. Marvon is originally from Georgia. When Marvon was a child, he was adopted by his great-grandparents, his great-grandmother, and his great-grandfather. His great-grandfather has since passed away, but his adoptive mom, his great-grandmother, is still currently alive. Now, there's more people involved in this story than just the adoptive parents. Let's get into it. Marvon is the biologic son of Marvon Toraz Jackson Sr. and Letitia Bias. Again, Marvon was put up for adoption as a child, so he was raised by his great-grandparents on his mom's side. Marvon is the husband of Dre McCray, social media influencer and makeup artist. On May 23rd, 2022, it is alleged that Marvon attempted to unalive himself. The stream we are going to be going over today happened on August 10th, 2022. Again, for the full video, you can go to MollyGoLightly on YouTube. It's from August 10th. In this third and final interview, you will hear Lynette Jackson, wife of Marvon Sr. and stepmom of Marvon McCray, speak about their trip to Arizona. This is not to say that she will not do another one in the future, but these are the ones that are currently up on MollyGoLightly's channel, and supposedly Molly and crew are moving on to a new case. This, for me, has been the most interesting one of the three that Molly did with the Jacksons, but I think you'll understand why when you hear it again. Again, I question where the Jacksons got involved with the fundraising efforts. I would love to see who brought up the fundraisings to the Jacksons. They're making it sound like the Jacksons asked for that, but I would love to see the text messages between Wynette and the creators about fundraising. We've seen text messages that Wynette told Katie Joy of Without a Crystal Ball to not put her cash app up. She was okay. It didn't need to be done. She didn't want Letitia to be upset. But yet, I really am curious where the fundraising efforts got started to begin with the Jacksons, because they had already been to Arizona to see Marvon. So was it a way for creators to get the interview?
Hi, Miss Wynette. It's Marissa and Dustin.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know how to.
It's okay. We wanted to say hi, and we were hoping that before we got into it, that you would clarify something.
I'm sorry again, the audio quality isn't the best, but the original video only had so much to work with, so that's what we've got. But hopefully you can understand it for the most part. If you can't, the full video is on her channel.
One admin admitted that people would be pissed to learn about Marvon Sr.'s record. I don't even know it. I don't care. Mary Lou alleged that Letitia didn't tell Molly about Marvon Sr. incarceration because she didn't want to look like I don't care about anyone's past. We don't care. What? No one cares. We're all adults.
We've all seen the screenshots that Molly was aware of Marvon Sr.'s current situation and past situation, confirmed by text messages that Letitia Bias had sent herself. Here's more.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay.
I can hear you.
How about we clarify? Because some people are making a big
Hey,
deal.
Mr. Justin.
Hey, honey bunny.
Oh.
The audio quality will improve slightly as the video goes on. Again, I'm sorry about that. It's just all I had to work with. Notice, though, Molly's only concern in this video is for Wynette to clarify why they sent her son money.
Okay. So the number one question is, I think that you've been on YouTube with us for about over a month, and you've seen a whole lot of not so cute things, a lot of things that are not true, things that are just horrible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You've been treated like crap. Your husband's been treated like crap. Marvon's family has been treated like crap. So their questioning now is, why is Miss Wynette and her husband giving a generous gift? So do you remember the people are talking about the little offering that you gave to Jake last week? They wanted they're raising questions saying, why would you take money out of the donation money to see Vaughn to give to my son?
No, I didn't take money out of the donation money. I work, and I put my money inside of the Cash App account to send to Jake. And I was shocked at that because I was like, what, no, that didn't come from the Cash App money. Because I work as well, and my husband, but he doesn't get,
Yeah.
And let's get it really clear. My check goes to my Cash App card, so I can get paid 2 days early. So hopefully that'll clear it up.
Right. So yeah, I mean, what these people are expecting, and so much of it is not even the truth. And all they
And I
have to,
could have sent it to you Zelle. Like I could have sent it to you Zelle, but I don't do Zelle.
I haven't used a lie.
That's why I haven't even put a Zelle or anything.
No.
I don't have Cash App.
No. It's on subscribe.
I'm not really sure who was making a big deal out of this donation that the Texans gave to Molly, yet I do not think that it came out of fundraising monies. I don't know where it came out of. I really don't care because that's minor in comparison of all this.
Subscriber mode. Okay, yeah, so people were just thinking that maybe you were taking money out of the lawyer funds. Do you have an attorney yet?
No, we don't have an attorney. The attorney that reached out to us, it just was a little fishy, and they decided not to take the case.
Gotcha.
My understanding is that the fundraising monies that were raised for the Jacksons was for a return trip to Arizona, not for an attorney, because they don't have any legal grounds for an attorney except to try and freeze assets. I'm not just pulling that out of the air. You heard Marvon Sr. mention that in their previous interview about freezing assets. So I'm not really sure what this all means because Marvon McCray is still alive in a coma, is my understanding.
But believe me, I spent over $4,000, and I'm gonna let everybody know this. That's all what I had saved up in my account when I went out to Arizona, and I'll do it all over again if I had to drive. I came back to Savannah with 16 cents in my account. So
if you're just picking up this case here, you're probably really confused. Fundraising efforts for the Jacksons did not start until they returned from visiting Marvon in the hospital. So they've already been to Arizona to visit Marvon already, so this is kind of all backwards.
Wow.
It's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the love for my husband's son.
Yeah.
Again, I've never heard the Jacksons come out and ask for anything. It's always been the creators asking on their behalf. Again, I would love to see who brought up the fundraising efforts between Molly and Wynette. I would love to see it.
It was so funny because I was sitting up here the morning, that Monday, which was the 13th, and my husband called and said, "Are you on the way to pick me up so we can go to Arizona?" I was like, "Huh? I didn't know. I didn't know." So we had to get a rental. I didn't know. Like I said, I did not realize we were even going, and then God just worked it out.
Yeah.
And
And you got to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we did.
You heard her mention that around the 13th, when they found out that Marvon was in the coma, that Marvon Sr. was making arrangements to travel to Arizona. They had to get a rental and get things in line for that, but they went.
She thought that when she saw you and your husband, that you were Von's mom. And that's why she said, "Oh no, we need to call security." Did you see that video?
Yes, the video that she recorded us. No, what video?
No, and there's a newer one. There's a newer one where she got caught lying.
Well, I had already told my husband that when we were standing right there. I said, "Marvon, she thinks I'm Tisha, and she thinks you're Tisha's husband, because we all look alike, but we favor each other. Tisha's
Right.
beautiful. I'm beautiful. My husband's handsome.
Yes.
Tisha's husband's handsome." So I told him that. I said, that's what she's thinking, because she just kind of like, I just go, she like zoned us out. I'm like, wait a minute here. I was excited. I was like, "Oh, Marvon, there's Dre right there." I was excited because I thought she was gonna be excited to see us. I didn't know.
Wow.
I don't know why the creators keep trying to twist this, but Wynette has said numerous times that Dre looked like she saw a ghost, that she did not know that it wasn't Letitia. She had them confused, obviously.
Yeah, she slipped up. On the road again. She slipped up. She by saying the other day, "Oh, I thought that it was the mother." And can you pull that video up, Justin?
I was trying to find it. That's what I was trying to find,
but you know what?
Somebody can email it.
I kind of figured she did, because later on that night she tried to reach out to me, and I was like, "No, I'm not gonna say anything," because I'm the stepmother, and my husband is the husband, and Tisha's the mom, so
yeah,
it had to go through them.
Yeah,
so
you've been really respectful to
Tisha. She did text me that. She said if I knew that Von's father, Von's dad, she texted me and said something similar to that, but it's it's a little bigger than that.
Right.
Couple things to notice. Molly, why is Dre being confused on who Letitia and Wynette are a slip up? I don't understand your reasoning there. And secondly, and did Wynette just say that Dre reached out to her, but because of Letitia, she didn't message Dre back? So has Dre been trying to communicate with them and they've been ignoring? It's a really interesting statement.
Erica said, I thought she met Miss Letitia already. What I think happened, let me ask you a question.
And people are getting me, like Tisha said last night when I was listening to her video, people are getting me and Tisha mixed up.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know. I'm quite sure she did meet Tisha, but I only met her once at our home in 2015. I met her and she came with the kids and the girls and the baby and
yeah,
stayed about an hour or two and then they left.
wow.
We played with the baby and my husband was so excited.
Again, the families do not get along. It's not this happy, lovey-dovey relationship like Molly is trying to put off to her audience. That's not it, and I don't know why people aren't just being clear.
No, I haven't got any updates.
Yeah, I wish for sure.
I'm really confused by them saying that they can't get updates. However, she did state that Dre reached out to her and she didn't even respond because she didn't want to upset Letitia. Hello?
Do you see all the horrible, nasty things that they're sending to Rochelle and Miss Letitia?
No, I haven't seen anything. I just.
Oh, they're all.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's Dre's friends.
Molly, do you have any understanding of what their relationship actually is? I know you do, way more than you're telling your audience, but this is really ridiculous.
All Andrea's friends doing it.
Yeah. Oh, Miss Andrea, not Kate. Oh, wow, that's awful. That's awful.
It's either way, whoever's doing it, they're real people. And I pray that they don't have children of their own. I hope they don't have loved ones that they care about, because you want to know something? The universe, God, and karma are
Karma is real. Karma is so real.
You get what you put out there. You want to be mean and ugly? Then guess what?
Wow.
When stuff starts happening to you and you want to look up and say, God, why me? Why is this happening? Look back at these videos and I'll remind you.
Again, it's interesting to me how they continue to pass off all this misinformation as truth, but yet they sit here bashing other people for speaking up.
It's so sad to watch all of these videos that she's since deleted. But guess what? She had enough enemies out there before all this happened that they knew to record her.
I mean, I've seen a lot of videos, before she took them down. I've seen until she blocked me. She blocked me when we were in Tucson.
Wow.
Why did Letitia post on her page that all of the family was blocked? And here we just hear Wynette say that she blocked her when she was in Arizona off her social media. So she wasn't even blocked before Arizona.
What's stopping you guys from going back to Tucson?
Really, I'm like I said, I have to save about 4 or 5 more checks, and we can go.
And fundraising for a return trip has been ongoing for about a month at this point. So why do they still need funds to make a return trip?
When I got back from my car decided it wanted to say, okay, all right, I need to rest.
That's right. You told me that.
Yeah. Like, what in the world?
I know. When it rains, it pours. Yeah.
People don't know you when you ain't got no car, no transportation.
Yeah, right.
Nobody do nothing for you. But God has made a way. My coworkers, they come by and scoop me up, and we do what we have to do when it gets too hot.
I'm just so confused on so many things. She says that they got a rental, and now she says that her car is having issues once they returned from Arizona. I'm kind of confused because if they took a rental, her car shouldn't have problems after Arizona. Maybe she just misspoke.
When does Mr. Marvin come back?
Let's look at the date. Oh, he calls me every morning when he gets to work. You heard anything about Doughboy? I said, no, I haven't heard anything. He said, he talked to, I said, no, I haven't talked to Tisha. I told him to call Tisha when he has a chance. But I'm looking at my calendar. The end of the month, the last Sunday of this month, he'll be home.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How long will he be home?
And then I laugh, Miss Molly. I say, every time he calls, I said, do you want to call Miss Molly or Justin? He said, I don't have that long. I don't have much time. And Miss Molly likes to talk.
They've had so many chances to clear this misinformation up, and they choose to not every time.
Good.
Somebody said, is he locked up? No, my husband isn't locked up. He's not locked up.
No, he's
He's
not
locked up.
From what I know about her husband, he's got a very good work ethic, and people all over want to hire him.
And when you're locked up, you can't come home. So they have to prevent you.
And when you're locked up, you can't take a link on MollyGoLightly's channel.
That part. That part.
See, there's so many non-truths to put out, and it gets to a point for us where we're like, come on,
And
guys.
I don't want to tell his business. I'll let him tell it. That's
Yeah.
my husband wants to talk, he can talk about it. But, I'm not going to put my husband out there like I wouldn't do.
With yesterday's screenshots that I provided, you know that Molly already knew before the 21st of July that Marvin Sr. was in a residential program. And Molly didn't find this information just out of nowhere. Letitia is the one that told her, because she got angry with the Jacksons. So therefore, she told the creators about Marvon Sr.'s business. So when we start looking at facts, we need to make sure that people actually understand where these things are coming from.
Anybody like that? That's just not me.
Exactly.
Oh, your husband's a truck driver?
No, my husband's not a truck driver.
I didn't. Oh, someone put that he was a truck driver. I was like, I don't think he's a truck driver. No.
Molly knows he's not a truck driver, but it might get a distraction going to get off the subject.
I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
like.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't like this
I
story.
understand that. Yes, ma'am.
I don't like this story at all. It rubs me so wrong, and so many people are under the misconception of fraudulent activity and just gruesome and unheard of accusations towards people that are
Yes,
suffering.
ma'am.
I cannot
Yes, ma'am.
believe what these people are doing to Miss
Lisa,
Letitia.
thank you, Lisa. That's a very sweet comment, what she said.
None of this had to go this way. That's the sad part. These were all choices that these people made to get this story where it's at.
Going for the jugular at her worst moment, knowing that she's working day and night. And, you know, we wanted to talk to her the other night, and she's like, Miss Molly, I just really need to get some rest. I really, really just need to get some rest. I was like, go ahead, get your rest. Get your rest.
Letitia is a hard. She's a hard worker. She works hard. She works very hard. All of us do. We gotta work. If you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't appreciate being lied to over and over again when proof is right in front of our faces that things don't make sense, and then being told that we're the ones that are crazy.
You know, and you know, there's just don't be calling people scam artists unless you can prove that they're a scam artist, because you're gonna get yourself in a heap of trouble, people. So just stop saying that. That's a horrible thing to say. It's almost like saying, you know what, your father's a pedophile. Excuse me. Oh well, I have no proof. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yes, ma'am.
You're the one that's proving who you are by your behavior. Nobody else. That's all you.
People out of nowhere just want to attack them. And you want to know something? It's hard for me and Justin to just sit here and watch it happen. We wouldn't be talking to them if we thought that they were up to something, you know,
Of course.
you know. Doing this for 4 years. I've been helping fundraise for multiple charities. Listen, I don't push GoFundMe because I always get burned on GoFundMe. But if the people in the side chat want to drop the GoFundMe link, have at it. But I personally don't like it. I've always been burned. Oh, we need money for this funeral over here. Guess what? Never had funeral. Oh, we need money for the funeral. Oh, guess what? I took the money and went on vacation. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
I love when she makes these statements about GoFundMe when legit that is actually what is happening currently in the story that she's pushing, but because she's pushing it, it's all good. We should all just believe her. You know, all these refunds have been given thousands of dollars, but there's not a single proof of it.
Oh, there's Miss Letitia. You can say and do whatever to me, but leave my children alone. Yeah, Miss Letitia's come up here and asked, what, a week ago? Leave my kids out of it.
Yes, ma'am.
They're going after Rochelle. I saw what they were sending to her. Why would you do that?
Again, I find it so interesting that Letitia is saying to leave her children alone, but yet she's even letting these creators overtalk her own family and children. What about Rochelle's voice?
Yeah.
I was just so excited to get there. Anxiety was kicked in when I pulled in that parking lot. I was so excited.
See, even Wynette didn't expect there to be issues with Dre at all. She was excited to see Marvon Jr. They didn't know that there was going to be all this confusion because Letitia had started stuff on social media. The Jacksons weren't a part of that to begin with.
But why is Justin so quiet? We just want to hear what they want to say. Because me and Justin can sit up here and give our opinions for hours on end. But when do the family members and the people that know and love Von get a chance to come out and say?
Just want to hear what they have to say. It continues to overtalk them and speak for them the entire time and have for weeks on weeks on weeks. Make it make sense.
Katie Joy just put that Mr. Marvon is incarcerated.
No, he's not. He's at work.
She's not incarcerated. I'm gonna let my husband talk to her. That's all. It's unbelievable.
I don't know why she does the things that she does. I've left her in God's hands.
It's the only person that can take care of people like that.
Exactly. There's nothing I can do for a person like that. I don't know what and I feel terrible.
He's incarcerated, but yet he went to.
Everybody's taking a link on MollyGoLightly's channel. He's got to talk to Justin. He's got to talk to MollyGoLightly. Oh,
He's incarcerated, but yet he went to.
But really, it's not Katie's business, and I no disrespect to anybody. And Justin, when I told Justin about it, I said, my husband said he doesn't care what Katie says about him. And Justin said, well, I do.
Now, my question is, does Justin know? Did Molly tell Justin the honest truth and Justin's acting like this also, but yet knows? Or is Justin in the dark? What do you think?
And what it is a story of abuse and a story of being a victim and a story of a woman on a power trip. And it's also a mystery.
A point I actually agree with Molly on. Marvon McCrae's story is a story of abuse. Unfortunately true.
But we're also seeing that her version of the story of how Marvon and his family, that they didn't care or love each other. No, we're not seeing that. We saw how excited Marvon was that he got to talk to his family. Remember that.
Actually, what we're seeing is a story of a very broken family that unfortunately needs a lot of healing.
And she was not happy about that. She didn't want to go out. She didn't want him to have any sort of relationship with his family. And it made her upset, almost like he was putting his family before her. That's his wife. They have a child together.
Talks about people making all these accusations, and then she continues to proceed to make all these accusations and speculation while having the stepmother of Marvon on her panel.
Talk to or treat my in-laws that way. I'm a human, but I'm also not a power hungry, everything hungry. I mean, the girl's hungry. I mean, do you see the shape of her? She's hungry.
This goes back to bio versus adoptive. His adoptive parents are who they've always had a relationship with, not the bios, which is common. I don't get how this is confused.
Speak louder than words. Silence is also an answer. You have to understand that that's how we work around here. We're very passionate people, and we tend to watch everything and consume it all and try to understand it. And no one has been trying to get you fired from paparazzi except your paparazzi former, I don't know what they call them. What do they call these MLM reps? Yeah, they're the ones trying it, not us. Do you think me would pick up the phone and be like, hey, paparazzi, Jay McCrae is not a good person, you should let it go? We would never do that. Do you think that we would call CPS? Never.
She's like a bobblehead doll that just sits there and just rattles back and forth and doesn't even pay attention to the stuff that's coming out of her mouth. She doesn't even realize what she's saying.
This is one of the saddest stories, not only because of the children involved and what's going on with Marvon, but the attack on Marvon's family makes it so much worse.
Yes.
And if you are a part of the attack on Rochelle or Miss Letitia or Mr. Marvon Sr., shame on you. Shame on you. These people do not deserve it.
Shame on you. What a shame.
What is wrong with you?
And if anybody would have demanded transparency and honesty from the start, this would have never gotten to this point. Creators should have demanded answers.
Miss Molly, someone Iva, she
Yes.
asked him, did Bond respond to Mr. and Mrs. Jackson when they got to see him? Yes, his dad asked him to do certain things, and I asked him to do certain things, and he did it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So you got it
Blink his
well.
eyes, blink his eyes. He
Because
did.
we didn't believe her. We didn't believe her that he was moving his head or anything like that. And then Miss Letitia and you guys come on, you're like, no, he's
Yes,
responding.
You're going to have to make up your mind on who you believe about, is it voluntary or involuntary movements. I have my opinions, and they aren't as what these people are passing off to the public. That's all I can say on that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you feel when you saw Andrea take a camera into the room and show off her new dress and say, get a screenshot of me with Vaughn in the background of her new dress?
That's awful. That was awful.
I think by far that was the most. It makes your stomach curl.
And his dad was asking them why, because she said, because he didn't. My husband never would watch the videos. I would watch them at night or something when we got back to the, where we were staying. He never would watch them. He just watched them.
For a family that has such an issue with what Dre has done in the hospital room, now we've seen and heard about videos and photos that both the bio mom and stepmom took. What?
Yes, ma'am. I'm fine.
Okay.
I stopped watching. I just watch you and Justin.
Yeah.
I watch a little bit of Miss Charlotte Webb. I love her big blue.
It's almost like Gwinnett is scared to really speak and say the truth. It's like she is intimidated by Letitia, or Letitia's going to get pissed about something. I don't know.
All right, Miss Wynette, we appreciate you coming up. Is there anything else you want to tell 2,220 people?
Just keep Marvon Jr. in prayer. Keep the family in prayer. Keep me in prayer, and just keep doing what you're doing.
We're
Don't
trying.
believe everything that you hear.
Yeah, can we know Von's birthday?
Ma'am?
When's Von's birthday?
Marvon or Marvon Jr.?
Yeah.
I think it's in November.
Ooh.
I've got so many questions after watching this third and final interview that she did with MollyGoLightly. There's so many things that I just don't understand why they continue to pass off.
Well, thank you so much, Wynette. Enjoy your evening, and thank you for jumping on.
I'm so glad I got off work early so I had some energy to even get on tonight.
Again, this is the third and final interview that the Jacksons have given with Molly. You heard it's almost identical to everything that they've stated before. Why are they doing these interviews? Well, you've seen it themselves. Letitia has said it before that Molly is dragging this out. Basically, in her text messages, she states it's about making more money. So, of course, why wouldn't they be on there for a fifth and sixth interview? Who knows by the end of this what all of the interview hours will look like. The major question that I'm left with after watching this third video is, what is Letitia saying to Wynette and Marvon Sr. behind the scenes that has them to where they're not really talking? I'm really curious on that. And I also would love to see the text messages of who brought up fundraising to the Jacksons. Where did money get involved with the Jacksons? Did they ask the creators to fundraise for them if they were going to come on and do interviews? Where did that start? I would love to see Wynette's text messages from the creators. What would you guys think about that? Anybody else have any questions or other thoughts after watching this? Tell me what you think below. And hopefully now we can go back to some not so mundane content. I feel like I've watched the same thing 800 times. Well, because in reality, we basically have. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Same line of questioning, same leading questions to set up their theories. Anyways, I will see you guys on the next video. I'm not sure exactly which one it will be. Thank you all for watching again. I appreciate you all so much. If you would, give me a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button on your way out. Greatly appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.